Well, welcome to our stretch, mobility, and recovery. Our theme for our seated class today is restore to rise. Even though we're seated, we are working our lower body. We're going to squeeze that ball in between our thighs during today's class. Adjust your sits bones in your chair so that they're evenly placed. Stack your vertebrae one on top of the other so they're nice and tall, lengthening your spine. You just lost 5 pounds with good posture, right? Because when we sit up, if you look at people when they're sitting in the chair like this and their muscles aren't engaged, like everything's just hanging out, right? And then when you sit up tall, everything gets lengthened and you kind of tuck things in like you're wearing those skinny pants, those skinny jeans, and you look thinner just by good posture. So our mantra today, because we have a lot of difficult things in life, is that with each breath, we find ease. We want to make things easier, right? All right, so we're going to start with some B breath. I love B breath because it helps calm your nervous system. When we have lots of tension in our life, or we're on the go, or we have stressors, our body is either in fight, flight, or freeze, right? And all of those are not good for your nervous system. It's like if you're driving in the car and you press the gas as far as you can go and your RPMs go up high, that's what your body does when you're in those stress situations. And it's okay to be like hit the gas for a short period of time, but if you ran your car at 6,000 RPMs all the time, what would happen to your engine? It would kaput, right? The same thing goes with your body. Stuff starts to shut down if you're in this fight, flight, or freeze mode. So we want to put it back into a more relaxed state, all right? And one of the ways we do this is with this B breath, this vibrational exercise. I'm going to put my hand on my chest because you're going to feel it up here as you hum, unless you want to gently cover your ears when you do it, because then you'll feel it more up in your head space. So if you're not congested, you're going to inhale through your nose, and then we're going to do that humming or that buzzing sound with our lips as we exhale. Focusing on grounding, relaxing your face, your shoulders, your jaw. Again, as you do this, if you want to gently just press your ears closed, you can put your hand up here on your chest. All right, we're going to do this for like 3 or 4 rounds. Inhale. Relax. All right, let's move into our seated mobility flow, starting with some spinal mobility. We're going to do little hip circles in your seat. Other direction. And some big shoulder rolls. As we lift our shoulders up to our ears, grab that tension that you're holding and release it as you drop it back. Trying to get movement in your scapula. All right, let's do some wrist mobility here. Little circles. And in the other direction. Relax. Big inhale up. Exhale, dropping one hand down to the side of your chair. You can grab your chair for support. Reach up and over. Feel that good stretch from your pinky all the way down to your hip bone. And exhale. Inhale up. This time we're dropping the other arm. Grab the side of your chair for support. Reach and stretch. Let's do that one more time on each side. Inhale up. And exhale. Down. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. All right. Going into our figure 4 hip stretch. Crossing over at the ankle, leaning forward or over the thigh. Making sure that the foot is on the outside of the leg bone. Leaning forward, we can use our elbow here to press and really open it up. Feeling that good stretch on the outside of the leg up into our butt cheek. Nice deep breaths. Sometimes this muscle is a little bit tighter, and so it takes a little bit more time for it to really open up. And relax. Let's do that on the other side. Crossing over at the ankle or over the thigh. Using that elbow to kind of press that hip open. Leaning forward. Again, nice deep breaths here. We'll just try to relax here to allow this muscle to lengthen and open up some more. And relax. If you will, kick one foot forward with the toe up, heel on the ground. I'm going to scoot a little bit forward in my chair. Reaching down toward your thigh, your shin, and then your shoe. Scoop up and reach. Nice tall posture, reach. Flexing that foot so you feel the stretch from your heel all the way at the back of your leg. We're taking this nice and slow today. Let's hold this one down, either holding at your thigh, your shin, or your shoe. And roll it up. Let's do that on the other side. Kicking the toe up, reaching down towards your thigh, your shin, or your shoe, and up. Nice and slow. Reach and hold down at the thigh, the shin, or the shoe here. And roll it up. Let's loosen up our neck with some mobility now. I'm gonna put the ball back in between the thighs. Look left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center, left. Now let's do a semicircle. Drop your head down and around to the other side and back. Okay, let's look down, center up, center down, center up, center down, center up, and back to neutral here. Big inhale up. Let's exhale, bring those hands behind the ears, opening the chest, pull those elbows towards the wall behind you. Now rotate and gently twist to one side. Nice long spine. And back to center, exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale, those arms behind the ears. Rotate and twist to the other side, lengthening the spine. And relax. One more time on each side. Nice tall posture as we rotate and twist. Again, inhale, exhale, and relax. Moving into some sun salutation variations. Our first one, I really want you to focus on breath. Remember, we're breathing all the way down to our pelvic floor below our belly button, expanding our ribs, expanding our chest. Let's start in our seated mountain pose here. Nice tall spine, chest is open and proud. Nice deep breaths. With every breath comes that ease that we talked about. On our next inhale, bring your arms up, reach. Nice and tall towards the top of the roof. Exhale, forward fold, reaching down towards your shoes. Getting some feedback, so I'm gonna scoot a little bit over. Sorry about that. Inhale, half lift. Nice, tall, long spine. Like you have that string coming out from your head. Exhale, forward fold. Allow everything to relax. Roll it up, back into your mountain. We're gonna repeat that again. Inhale up. Reach. Exhale. Forward fold. Reaching down towards your shins, your thighs, or your shoes. Allow that head to relax. Neck is relaxed. Inhale, half lift. Nice long spine. Exhale, back down. Inhale, roll it up, big shoulder roll. One more time. Inhale up. Nice deep breaths, reach. Fully exhaling all the way down to your pelvic floor. With every breath comes ease. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Roll it up, big shoulder roll into your mountain pose. Nice tall posture. All right, inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to reach into chair. So leaning forward slightly, squeeze that ball. You can have your hands forward or up.
You're all good. You're always good.
On your next exhale, bring your hands to your thighs, nice flat back, into a plank. Press into your thighs here. Now arch your back into a heart opener, looking up at an angle. And relax. Return to mountain pose. We're going to do that again. Big inhale up. Exhale into your chair pose, reaching forward, squeeze that ball. Bring your hands to your thighs, flat back into your plank, press onto your thighs. Now arch your back, heart opener, pulling those elbows towards the wall behind you. Chest open and wide. And relax back into mountain. All right, moving into our next sun salutation, we're gonna focus on expansion and mobility with some heart opening movements. When we expansion, we're talking about like chest expansion. In our mountain pose, inhale up, exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Reach down, allow your head to relax. Your neck relax. Inhale, half lift. Now as you exhale, I want you to slide one leg forward, reach down and up. You're holding a ball of energy right here. Bring one hand around to the back of the chair, the other one up. Bring it back, step it forward, mountain pose. Okay, so this time when we do it, we're gonna extend the other leg. Inhale up, reach, hands together, swan dive down, forward fold. One deep breath here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, extend that leg. Reach and scoop up. Nice tall posture with shoulders away from the ears. Bring the other arm back to the back of the chair. Reach up. Slide that foot back and back into mountain pose. All right, we're gonna move into our final recovery and meditation. You can keep yourself in mountain pose. You can put your hands on your lap. You can put them in prayer. You can shut your eyes or you can look at something softly in the room. As we inhale, silently think to yourself, I release. Exhale, I restore. Inhaling through the nose deeply all the way down to your pelvic floor. I release. Exhale, I restore. I release. I restore. Release. Restore. One more time. Release. Restore. We're going to close with some lion's breath. So again, if you're not congested, ideally we want to inhale through our nose and we're going to exhale through our mouth. We're going to move our hands as we do this too. So as we exhale, we're going to open up our hands nice and wide and stick out our tongue and make that sound, okay? Everybody ready? Inhale. 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 All right, big inhale up, full exhale. Moving through the day with ease. Thank you for joining me today for our Healthy Fit Seniors Seated Stretch, Mobility, and Recovery. I'll see you next week.
What I'm doing is, I share some